finally. In any investigation of the origins of art, attention focuses on the cave paintings created in Europe during the Paleolithic era. It's 40,000 to 10,000 years ago, such as those depicting bulls and other animals in the Lascaux cave in France. Accepting that they are the best preserved and most visible signs of what was a global creative explosion, how do we start to explain their appearance? Instinctively, we may want to update the earliest human artists by assuming that they painted for the sheer joy of painting. The philosophers of classical Greece recognized it as a defining trait of humans, to delight in works of imitation, to enjoy the very act and triumph of representation. If we were close to a real lion or snake, we might feel frightened, but a well-executed picture of a lion or snake will give us pleasure. Why suppose that our Paleolithic ancestors were any different? According to paragraph 1, what is significant about the paintings in the Lascaux caves? Best preserved, most visible sign of volcanic explosion. Not only the best preserved, the best. They are the best preserved and most visible signs and global creative explosion. There are some of the best surviving examples of what was possible. Yeah, I think about paintings. Significant. Well, I don't think that depicting bulls and other animals is a significant trait, so I guess it is there are some of the best surviving examples of what was possibly one of the world's earliest artistic movements. Okay. Wait, can I? No, only one. In paragraph 1, why does the author mention it? The views of the philosophers of classical Greece. To show to preserve a theory about humans and preserve a theory to present a theory about humans and art that may be applied to the Paleolithic era. Yes, right. Paragraph 2 said, okay. This simple acceptance of art for art's sake has a certain appeal. To think of Lascaux as a gallery allows it to be a sort of special viewing place where the handiwork of accomplished artists might be displayed. Plausible daily existence in parts of Paleolithic Europe may not have been so hard, with an abundance of ready food and therefore the leisure time for art. The problems with this explanation, however, are various. In the first place, the proliferation of archaeological discoveries, and this includes some of the world's innumerable rock art sites that cannot be dated, has served to emphasize a remarkably limited repertoire of subjects. The images that recur are those of animals. Human figures are unusual, and when they do make an appearance, they are rarely done with the same attention to form accorded to the animals. If Paleolithic artists were simply seeking to represent the beauty of the world around them, would they not have left a far greater range of pictures, of trees, flowers, of the sun and the stars? Paragraph 2 suggests that the Lascaux cave paintings could have been created as art for art's sake only if which of the following were true? Paleolithic people were able to satisfy their basic needs fairly easily. I think okay. The word plausibly if the passage is closest in meaning to possibly. I think it's possibly. Which of the sentences below best express the essential information in the highlighted sentence in the passage? Incorrect choices change the meaning in important ways or leave out essential information. I think it is this one. The limited variety in the subjects of rock art paintings has become increasingly evident in the many sites discovered. According to paragraph 2, which of the following is true about human figures as subject of rock art? images of humans are both rare and less accurately drawn than those of animals. I think this diligently in the passages closest and linked to the artist strived diligently to make their animals images evocative and realistic because they were diligently, if I remember correctly, diligently means userdna, you know the word userdna, so so I think it is diligently in the passage is closest in meaning to with persistence and hard work. According to paragraph, hunting is a skill. Tracking, stalking, chasing and killing the prey are difficult, sometimes dangerous activities. What if the process could be made easier by art? In the early decades of the 20th century, Abbe Henry Bruegel argued that the cave paintings were all about sympathetic magic. The artists strived diligently to make their animal images evocative and realistic because they were attempting to capture the spirit of their prey. What could have prompted their What could have prompted their studious attention to making such naturalistic, recognizable images? According to Bruegel, the artist may have believed that if a hunter were able to make a true likeness of some animal, then that animal was virtually trapped. Images, therefore, may have had the magical capacity to confer success or luck in the hunt. According to paragraph 5, Bruegel proposed which of the following theories about the purpose of cave paintings? They were meant to capture the spirits of animals and thus bring success in the hunt. Yeah, look at the 4 squares that indicate where the following sentence could be added to the passage. Obtaining this level of nourishment from such a harsh environment must have consumed most of Paleolithic people's time and attention. Where would the sentence best fit? Select a square to add the sentence to this passage. Oh man. Okay, finally we delved in the notion that the upper Paleolithic period was a paradise in which food came weirdly. Living humans. Finally, we may doubt that notion that the upper Paleolithic period was a paradise in which food came readily, leaving humans ample time to amuse themselves with art. For Europe, it was still the Ice Age. An estimate of the basic level of sustenance then necessary for human survival has been judged at 2,200 calories per day. This consideration, combined with the stark emphasis upon animals in the cave art, has persuaded some archaeologists that the primary motive behind Paleolithic images must lie with the primary activity of Paleolithic people, hunting. I think it should fit here, because an estimate of the basic level of sustenance that necessary for human survival has been judged at 2200 calories per day. Obtaining this level of nourishment from such a harsh environment must have consumed most of Paleolithic people's time and attention. It just sounds natural to me. 2200 calories is much, and so obtaining this level of nourishment from such a harsh environment must have consumed most of Paleolithic people's time and attention. I think it is. Introductory sentence for brief summary of the passage is provided below. Directions. An introductory sentence for a brief summary of the passage is provided below. Complete the summary by selecting the 3 answer choices that express the most important ideas in the passage. Some sentences do not belong in the summary because they express ideas that are not presented in the passage or are minor ideas in the passage. This question is worth 2 points. Drag your choices to the spaces where they belong. To review the passage, select View Passage. There are numbers of arguments against the idea that Paleolithic cave painting were created for the sheer joy of painting. It is generally agreed that art as imitation arose during the age of classical Greece. No. Paleolithic artists often choose to paint pictures that were intended to frighten people. No. People in the Paleolithic era may not have had time for art, and the placement of the paintings does not indicate that they were meant to be looked at. Paleolithic artists choose to represent only a small segment of the natural world, and their paintings were not always strict imitations of nature. Wait. A further question to the theory of art for art's sake is posed by the high incidence of Paleolithic images that appear not to be imitative of any reality whatsoever. These are geometrical shapes or patterns consisting of dots or lines. Such marks may be found isolated or repeated over a particular surface, but also scattered across more recognizable forms. A good example of this may be seen in the geologically spectacular grotto of Peuche Merle in the Lot region of France. Here we encounter some favorite animals from the Paleolithic repertoire. Repertoire. I have no idea how to pronounce this one. A pair of stout-bellied horses, but over and around the horses' outlines are multiple dark spots, daubed in disregard for the otherwise naturalistic representation of animals. What does such patterning imitate? There is also the factor of location. The caves of Lascaux might conceivably qualify as underground galleries, but many other paintings have been found in recesses totally unsuitable for any kind of viewing, tight nooks and crannies that must have been awkward even for the artist to penetrate, let alone for anyone else wanting to see the art. Hunting was central to Paleolithic life, and animals are central to cave art, leading some to believe that the paintings were created to bring luck to hunters. Humans were rarely the subject of cave paintings because it was thought that capturing the image of a hunter would cause the hunter to be virtually trapped. No, this one is surely false. People in the Paleolithic era may not have had time for art, and the placement of the painting does not indicate that they were meant to be looked at. Paleolithic artists choose to... Okay, so... frighten people. There were nothing about frightening people, so this one is surely false. It is generally agreed that art is imitation aroused during the age of classical Greece. This one don't have... this one is false too, because it's generally agreed that art is imitation aroused during the age of classical Greece. No, there were nothing about art arousing during the age of classical Greece, so this one is false too. Humans were rarely the subject of cave painting because it was thought that capturing the image of a hunter would cause the hunter to be virtually trapped. It's true, but it isn't the main point of the text. So now we have, so it should be false too, and now we have 3 of them. Natural word, and their paintings were not always strict limitations of nature. Inventory for art, and the placement of painting does not indicate that they were meant to be looked at. Hunters were declared and knows that. Okay, this one is surely at the end. This one is at the end. Then Paleolithic artists choose to represent only a small segment of the natural world, and their paintings were not always strict in limitations of nature. And their paintings were not always strict limitations of nature. People in the Paleolithic era may not have had time for art. That's something to be looked at. May not have had time for art. Okay, this one should be at the middle, and in a small segment of the natural world, they're painting in strictly of nature, and this one should be at the start, because, well, this one's the start at the top, because only to represent only a small segment of the natural world. This part was somewhere at the top of the text, and the part about the placement of paintings does not indicate that they were meant to be looked at. It was somewhere at the middle, so it's in the middle. And hunting, and about and the bottom of the text was about hunting. So wait, listening, it isn't over yet. Oh, it isn't over yet. Okay. Can I Okay, I will take notes. I will take notes.
Listen to a conversation between a student and a campus mail center employee.
Sorry you had to wait. It's a busy time of year. Lots of people mailing packages home.
I bet. I'll have to come next week to do that. I'm moving out of my dorm and I'm sending some papers home.
Okay, we'll be here. What can I do for you today?
Well, my roommate asked me to pick something up for her. I told her I was coming down here. She got this notice saying there was a package to pick up. I guess it was too big to fit into her mailbox.
I'm sorry, but I can only give packages to the person who they're addressed to. It's university policy.
Really? Could you make an exception? She is my roommate.
I wish I could, but she'll have to come and get it herself. And be sure to tell her to have her student ID card on her. We'll need to see identification. Oh, and she'll need that package notification, too.
Okay, I'll let her know. Also, since I'm moving, I'll be able to receive my mail at my new apartment, so I don't really need my campus mailbox.
Oh, okay. Although I should tell you that we do recommend that students use the campus mailbox service, even if they are moving off campus.
Really? Why?
Well, if any of your professors want to notify you of changes to class schedules or get in touch with you for any reason.
My professors have my email address.
Yes, that's true, but remember things like university newsletters, flyers from university clubs, notices about special events, they're only distributed to campus mailboxes. None of that's mailed off campus.
Well, I work at the college newspaper, so I should be able to keep on top of what's going on. Plus, there's the bulletin board outside the dining hall.
True, but, you know, if it's the campus mailbox fee, I might be able to offer you a less expensive rate for next year. We can do that in special circumstances.
Thanks, but, I mean, I can afford the mailbox fee. It's just that between my off-campus address, my email account, and the school newspaper, I don't think there'll be a problem.
Okay. In that case, stop by the main desk on your way out of the building and pick up the form you'll need. And don't forget to include a forwarding mail address for anything that's addressed to your box from outside the university.
Why does the student go to see the man?
Okay, I didn't write anything because I don't know what to say. I just didn't write anything. Okay, I will try to answer these questions. They shouldn't be too hard. Why does a student go to see the man? Okay, 2 answers to discount. The campus service, to pay the campus mailbox, to get information about mailing a package, to pick up a package, to discontinue a campus service, and to pick up a package. Because she wanted to pick up a package for her roommate, and she also wanted to discontinue service about campus mails, news about campus mails. Yeah, and the man was trying to persuade her to not cancel it, but she insisted on her view, on her decision, and discontinued. Well, she didn't discontinue it. She was told to discontinue it using the form.
What does the man say about the campus mailbox service?
What does the man say about the campus mailbox service? It rains for all students who have recently gone down. It is the only way to receive certain mailing about university events. Students are going to use emails. All students are required to use it. Its rates for all students have recently gone down. No, they didn't gone down for all students. He says that he can give her a discount. I don't remember him saying the discount was for everyone, so all students are required to use it. No, they aren't required to use it. It's more reliable than email. What does the man say about the campus mailbox service? It is the only way to receive certain mailings about university use. Yeah, I guess it is this one, because he said about the university club. Yeah, he said something about clubs, and that they only can send you mails to the campus mailbox service.
How does the student usually obtain information about campus events?
She read about them on the university website. She learned about them at her place of work. She sees the board. How does the student? The student usually her. You mean her? You mean her? Yes. She reads about them on the university website. No. She learns about them at her place of work. She sees the posters on a bulletin board. Her roommate tells her about them. She learns about them at her place of work because she works at newspaper. University website. She sees the posters on a bulletin board. Her roommate tells her. Okay, this is a tough one. I don't remember. No, I think it is. She reads about them on the university website. I don't remember about university website, but I don't remember that her roommate tells her about them either. So I think that the university website is more likely to be the thing. She sees the posters on a bulletin board. I don't remember bulletin board. Okay, let's try this one.
What does the man offer to do for the student?
The man offered renting a mailbox. He offered her to reduce the cost of renting a mailbox.
Listen again to part of the conversation, then answer the question.
Oh God.
Well, if any of your professors want to notify you of changes to class schedules or get in touch with you for any reason.
My professors have my email address.
Why does the student say this?
My professors have my email address.
To indicate that she agrees with the man to support her own position. I think it is to support her own position, because he supports that she can live without the campus mailbox service, because her professor can simply send her an email about everything important. Oh, speaking questions. Okay. Wait, speaking. This one type of question that appears in the speaking section of the test. You can practice responding to the question, but your response will not be recorded and no feedback is provided. Oh, okay.
Listen to part of a lecture in a marine biology class.
Marine biology. Okay.
So we've talked a little about how fish use senses like vision, touch, and so forth. But what I want to talk about now is a special ability some fish have, the ability to produce electricity in their bodies. You're probably familiar with these fish that send out electric currents from their bodies naturally. So what's the purpose of this? Well, as you might expect, it can serve some important roles in helping fish survive. First, fish, like all animals, need food to survive. Well, the ability to produce electricity helps some fish to capture prey. You know, other organisms in the water that they eat. Take the electric eel, for example. The eel produces a strong electric current in its body. When the eel comes into contact with one of the smaller fish it depends on for food, the electric current that it sends out shocks the smaller fish and paralyzes it. It's not able to get away from the eel. The eel captures the fish easily and can eat it at its leisure. So this ability to use electricity to capture prey ensures that the eel gets the food it needs to survive. The ability to produce electricity also helps fish to successfully navigate their environment by detecting nearby objects. Some fish have poorly developed eyes, and the water they live in can be muddy and dark. Now, there's a fish called the knife fish that produces electricity. This creates an electric field around the knife fish's body. When the knife fish swims close to, say, a rock, it senses a disturbance, an interference in its electric field. The fish then realizes that there is a rock nearby and that it has to avoid crashing into it. Once this happens, the knife fish swims away from the rock and thus avoids harming itself.
Uh-huh.
Using the examples of the electric eel and the knife fish, explain how producing electricity benefits certain fish.
Well, the
Begin to prepare your response after the beep.
what should I do? Preparation time 20 seconds, response time 60 seconds. Okay, so the electric eel uses electricity to shock their opponent.
Begin speaking after the beep.
The electric eel uses the electricity to shock their opponents. I don't know their gender, so I should use their opponents. He shocks them, and there are also a knife fish, which uses electricity to create an electromagnetic field, which allows it to sense nearby objects. Electricity acts differently on different objects, and this fish can feel the changes in the electric field, so it can feel if there's something here. Okay. Writing question. Oh, this is one type of question that appears in the writing section of the test. You can practice responding to the question, but no feedback is provided. Okay. Oh. Your professor is teaching a class on environmental studies. Write a post responding to the professor's question. In your response, you should do the following: express and support your opinion, make a contribution to the discussion in your own words. An effective response will contain at least 100 words. Okay. Dr. Diaz. Experts have stated that plastic shopping bags are bad for the environment. As a result, Many shops have discontinued using them and instead require customers to provide their own reusable shopping bags. Other shops still provide plastic shopping bags, but to encourage customers to use their own reusable bags, the shops charge customers for each bag. Which approach do you think will be more effective? Why? Andrew? Oh, there are examples. It is better to make plastic bags available but charge customers for them. I often shop spontaneously and I don't always have a reusable bag with me. In such a case, I would be hesitant to purchase anything at a shop that doesn't provide bags. I'm sure many people are in my situation, so stores would lose customers. More and more shops are adopting this no bag policy. People need to get on board and get used to always keeping a bag handy. A decaying environment does not care whether you are inconvenienced by having to bring your own bag to a store. Too many people will continue to use plastic bags if given the choice. Express and support your opinion. Make a contribution to the discussion in your own words. Cut, paste, do. What can I? And how many? 100 words. Ooh. Okay, so what do I think? Well, the hard count. Yes. Well, the approach to require custom. The approach to require customers to provide their own reusable shopping bags, to provide their own reusable. The approach to require customers to provide their own reusable shopping bags. Shopping bags sounds like a definitive, like no, like sounds like definitive. Is this the right word? Is this the right word? Definitive. No. Exhaustive. Exhaustive. No. Exhaustive. Fuck, I don't remember. Is this an? There is an X or is it an H? Exhaustive. Or is both? Exhaustive. No. Exhaust. Okay. Let's use another word. Like all in solution. Definitive solution. like a definitive solution, because there aren't any banks, there aren't banks, there aren't any harm to the to the environment, but the problem is that here is that but I think that it won't work. No, but I think that it won't work because it is too inconvenient. It is too inconvenient for most of the people. So they simply answer, and there surely will be shops that offer plastic bags, and there surely will be enough shops that offer plastic bags, so these people will simply go to them. So in my opinion, the approach with charging more money for banks, for plastic bags, the approach with charging more money for plastic bags is better, because it benefits shops themselves, so they all will be encouraged to implement it. My name is Fedor. Please. 99. It's only 99 words, not 100. I failed the test. I failed the writing test. What a shame. Oh, okay. Congratulations, you have completed the TOEFL IBT sampler. Below you will find your scores for reading and listening items. Scores for speaking and writing items are not available as part of the TOEFL IBT sampler. Reading. Number correct out of 10 possible. What? I did 11 correct out of 10 possible. How? Listening, number correct out of 5 possible. 4. What? Okay, so I did a mistake here. I guess the mistake was at the part where there were a question about from where she gets her information. Yeah, I think it. Well, it's something. Well, wait. Does it mean that I fail it, or do I pass it? The browser will now close on its own. No, it won't.